Okay, welcome to our video lesson for your chapter 3 since most of you are having a hard time creating their chapter 3. So under the chapter 3 is the methods of research and procedures. Ito yung methodology. Okay, so the methods section or chapter 3 of the dissertation or thesis is one of the most challenging for graduating students. Bakit? Okay? Kasi the methodology section or the chapter 3 should reiterate the research questions and hypothesis, present the research design, discuss the participants, the instruments to be used, the procedure, the data analysis plan, and the sample size justification. Okay? So the research design is a unified, detailed, and specific plan on how to acquire, analyze, and interpret data. Okay, so chapter 3 is focused on developing the research design. Okay, ito yung papakita nyo kung ano yung design ng research nyo. Paano nyo ginawa, ano yung process nung, paano nyo, paano kayo nakapunta dun sa answers, dun sa questions nyo. Okay, and paano nasagutan yung nire-research nyo. So first, you must decide, no, if you are going to do a quantitative, qualitative, or mixed method research. Since kayo, your requirement is quantitative, you are assessing participants' responses on a measure. For example, participants can endorse their level of agreement on some scale. So, numbers kasi quantitative. Pag quali kasi, typically, it is a semi-structured na interview which gets transcribed. Okay? And the themes among the participants are derived. Pag mixed methods naman, mixed yan ng quali and quanti. Okay? So here, sa chapter 3, lalagay nyo din yung demographics usually, yung about sa participants. Yung sino ba yung mga kakausapin nyo para masagot yung tanong nyo. So the participants are typically a sample of the population you want to study. Siyempre, hindi nyo naman pwedeng, for example, ang participants nyo ay lahat ng grade 11 GAS students of ACL Sinaga. Hindi pwedeng lahat ng gas. Sobrang dami nun. So, you're going to get a sample size. Okay? So, dito sa research methodology, the participants are typically the sample size of the population you want to study. So, you are probably not going to study all of the students, but you just get a sample. So, you need to include the information, syempre, about the characteristics ng population ng study mo. Demographics, no? For example, grade 11 students, lahat ba lalaki, lahat ba babae, mix ba yan? Teachers ba yung mga interviewin nyo? Okay? Or ano-ano pa man. So, this represents the participants portion of your methods sa chapter 3. Next is research instrument. Okay? It is a measuring instrument such as tests, questionnaires, interview guides, and observation guidelines used by researchers to collect data in a study. So, medyo critical tong part na to, no? Because the instrument section should include the name of the instruments, the scales, the subscales, how the scales are computed, okay? The reliability and validity of the scales. The instrument portion should have references to the researchers who created the instrument. Next is the research method or yung procedure. Ito na yung kung paano. Okay, so the research method means the scientific way to get data with the purpose of certain usability data. So this chapter simply or how you are going to administer yung instrument nyo that you just described kanina to the participants you are going to select. So, you should walk yung reader nyo ng research na to through the procedure in detail so that they can replicate your steps and your study. Okay, so we have here the data analysis plan. How you're going to analyze the data when you get the data from your participants. Okay, so it includes the statistical tests you are going to use and the statistical assumptions of these tests and the justification of the statistical tests. Sample size justification. Okay, so sample size justification naman, it is selecting how many participants you need to have in your study. Dito nalalabas yung out of 500 nga, bakit 100 lang? Parang ganon. Okay, so, Sample size justification or power analysis is like selecting how many participants you need to have in your study. Okay, so maraming criteria yan, but you can look for online platforms that offer free computations on how to get sample size. Okay, so this is one good example of a chapter 3. I am expecting to see the same format in your chapter 3. Okay, so under chapter 3 is the methodology. Okay, from the root word itself, method. Kung paano mo ginawa yung research mo, ano naging process, ano ba yung mga ginamit mong mga gamit for you to be able to go through the results and discussions and dun sa conclusion mo. So this chapter presents the research design, sampling and sampling techniques, the research instrument, the gathering procedure, and then the statistical technique. Okay? The detailed discussion of the research process will be conducted to obtain the objectives of the study. So, ining part na ni, dapat ini, may kadikit na introduction. Something like, that looks like this then. Okay, as you can see, okay, there is a margin here. This is in bold type. Okay? The format is in double spacing. Justified yung gilid na yan. Diyos ko po. Paki-justify. Most of you do not justify yung format ng kanilang works. Okay? So, in this chapter, we should see your research design, the sampling techniques, the research instruments, the data gathering procedure, and your statistical technique. Okay? Sige. So, here, 3.1, research design. So, ito na yan. Kung paano ito pagkakasunod-sunod na ito, ganun din yung pagkakasunod-sunod nyo dito. Okay, so in this part, you will justify the research design that you will use throughout the study and how you will do it. Okay, so papakita mo kung bakit yung research design mo, yung process mo nung pagkuha ng results mo ay ganoon. Bakit ganon dapat? Okay? And paano mo siya gagawin? So for example, this study utilizes the use of, ilagay mo na dito kung anong research design or method used mo. So, in your case, ang ginamit natin is quantitative. Okay? Then, in order to achieve, you state here your objective. Ano ba yung gusto mong mangyari? Dito, quantitative. Okay? And then, state mo dito bakit ganun yung gagamitin mo. And ano ba yung objective mo? Ano ba yung gusto mong malaman? And then in this part, you justify the use of the design by stating some previous related studies that you used. Okay? Pwede kang kumuha doon sa RRL mo. Okay? Bakit ba ito yung research design na ginamit mo? Okay? Para mabackupan yun, lagyan mo ng RRL, konti, and then you state or you cite your source. You can also state how this research design is the best choice for your study. Bakit ba yan ang magandang research design para sa study mo? Okay. So, next part is the sampling and sampling techniques. So, 3.2, sampling and sampling techniques. For example, okay, the population of the study comprises grade 12 senior high school students enrolled in, okay, doon mo na ilalagay yan kung sino-sino yung mga taong magiging respondents mo. And then, the aim of the study is to interview, dito mo na papasok yung sample size. Okay? Senior high school students that are engaged in modular learning. Then, dito sa part na to, you can insert other participant demographics depending on your study. Demographics, when we say demographics, in yung age, okay, sabi natin, ang kinuha nyo ngaya is ages 15 to 18 or 18 to 20, mga ganon. Okay? The sampling design that the researchers will utilize is the simple random sampling. Yan naman yung madalas na ginagawa eh. Random sampling or whatever sampling method you use. And then, explain mo kung paano mo gagawin yung sampling method na yun. So, under here, you're going to put, okay, yung, kung paano mo nakuha yung computation ng sampling method mo. Okay? Okay, so dito, next is research instrument. Ito na, research instrument. Okay, so for this one, 3.3, research instrument. Okay, for example, to carry out the research study, the researcher used the following research instruments. Ano ba yung mga ginamit nyo para malaman nyo yung para makuha nyo yung results, okay? Para makuha nyo yung answers dun sa nire-research ninyo. So you write here how you created or where you found the research instrument. Like, did you have a reference in creating the survey? Lagay nyo dito. Did you create your own research questions? Where did you base your questions? How did you validate them? And also state the process how you validated your research instrument. So, lahat about dun sa questionnaire nyo nandito yun. Okay? Next. Okay. Sa taas, ito, data gathering procedure na. So, sa data gathering procedure 3.4 here, paano nyo nakuha yung data gathering, yung data nyo? Okay, how did you gather your data? You state here how you gathered your data. If through survey, you explain how the survey obtains data. Okay, for example, using the validated questionnaire, the researcher collects data by using teachers to encircle on of the five, this should be one, sorry. One of the five choices that corresponds the percentage of instructional time he used in various types of student groupings, and instructional material. After gathering the data, it is tallied and grouped based on the answers given by the respondents. Okay, ganun, for example. Hindi naman kailangan sobrang haba nito. It could be 1 or 2 stanzas only. Okay, and the last part here is the statistical technique. Okay, 3.5 statistical tools and treatments. Yan. Okay, so the researcher tallies the collected data and indicate what kind of statistical tools and treatments will be used to interpret the data obtained. Dito papasok yung ano ba yung gagawin mo para matali mo yung data? Yung mga nag-gather mong information, ano ba yung gagawin mo? Table ba yan? Paano ba yan? Now, you will be able to know the best statistical treatment to use based on what you have researched in Chapter 2 or yung RRL. Papasok dun yung mga past researches, tas dun na naman kukunin yung mga answers. Papasok mo dito, lagyan mo na naman ulit ng citations.